Hi, Jamie. How you doing? So I'm going to go through your presentation. So, okay, on the cover here, good job getting this together as a presentation. Um, when you're submitting your presentations, always give the viewer an idea of what it is. I was using this example with some of the other students. For example, at my studio here, I have like 10 or 15 projects going at any one time. So if I have a designer email me something for approval, I need to know exactly what I'm looking at from the second I open it up. So I would expect to have the name of the project and the topic. So in other words, if I knew this was, the topic of the right on the cover would be really nice, so we could jump right into the meaning of the presentation. So the first thing I want to mention on the cover here is that's a low-res image. That's why it's all pixelated like that. So you don't want to use a low-res image like that. Your giveaway items, you're talking about giving away chapstick, and that's great, but here I don't know. You say this brochure is a brochure to explain all about sex trafficking. So it's not till page 3 that you're telling us what the information you're presenting is about. Okay, so in the project specifications, it says that one of the main things you should be concentrating on is making this a sustainable project. Okay, so you have this sex trafficking project, and you have your giveaway item as chapstick. But what does chapstick have to do with sex trafficking? Do you know what I'm saying? It's just not a logical connection. So and then you're talking about, I chose colors that could be unisex if needed. Sure. Yeah, definitely. I get that. Good. Information collateral. This is a brochure to explain about sex trafficking. Bright colors to draw attention. I was thinking a different design. Less colors would work better. Well, many children are sex trafficked. The bright colors might work. Okay, but what is this? This is a brochure, but you're just showing me that's a good color study. But I would need to see some thumbnails of the brochure. In other words, what is in the brochure? What is the subject matter? What are the images? What do you plan on doing with it? All you're doing here is showing some color. Okay, then you have trade show booth. I think these colors can work. I think that these colors work, but in a different composition. I think it maybe work, but more white, and make these colors accent. So then you have the same thing over here, and you have the exact same verbiage. And so all you've done is change the colors. So you haven't really changed anything. So I'm just not really seeing a whole lot of information here. So what I need you to do is I need you to just give me, show me a sketch of what you plan on for your brochure. What's your brochure going to say? How is it going to look? What's it made out of? Is it sustainable? The same thing with your chapstick. What's it made of? Is it a sustainable package? Is the actual product itself sustainable? Is it a petroleum-based product? I know a lot of chapstick is. And then, of course, the trade show booth. What's it made of? What does it have to do with sex trafficking? Number one. Number two, what is this? How does this trade show logo or this trade show booth have to tie in with your concept? Okay, so in other words, for example, what I would do is if I was doing sex trafficking, I would have this look like a street corner. It's just a simple, innocuous street corner, and that's how I would have it, because that's how a lot of children are trafficked, is on the street. So I think that would be a good, nice shock value to make this look like a street corner, to emulate or to duplicate the look of an innocuous street corner being a place where children are trafficked. This, I'm not real sure. I don't see a connection between this and sex trafficking at all. And then these colors just seem really random. I don't see any real real reason or explanation other than I think they will work. Okay, do you see what I'm saying? So try to get a little more solid. Show me more exactly what you're going. Hey, go through some of your classmates' submissions as well, so you can see what I'm talking about, and listen to my videos for them too. You'll get some really good ideas. Okay, thanks.